What's going on, people? Welcome along to Arsenal Fan TV, and in this video I'm going to be bringing you the next instalment of player ratings in our 2-1 loss to Manchester United at home. In goal, Wojciech Szczesny, I'm going to give him a 5 out of 10 rating. Had little or nothing to do within that first half. Was a bit unlucky to pick up an injury, but was maybe at fault for coming out and having the mismatch with Kieran Gibbs, which inevitably led to United's goal. So for Szczesny, a 5 out of 10. At right back, Callum Chambers, I'm also going to give him a 5 out of 10. I thought he looked incredibly refreshed in this game, maybe a little bit complacent at times. He was a little bit exposed in the latter stage of the second half. The likes of Di Maria, Wayne Rooney and Robin van Persie seem to flood that area and make it a little bit more difficult for him at times. Centre half, Per Mertesacker, and I don't know what's happened to this guy. I honestly don't know what's happened to him. I'm going to give him a 4 out of 10 rating. I thought he looked so ponderous today. There were times when he was going all the way up to the other end of the pitch, leaving us so vulnerable in our own half, and that's exactly where United exposed us for their second goal through Wayne Rooney. So for Per Mertesacker, a 4 out of 10. Nacho Monreal, I'm going to give a 5 out of 10 rating in this one. I think given that he was being played out of position once more, he had a fairly decent game, held his position rather well at times, and certainly covered for Per Mertesacker when he was leaving him alone at the back of the pitch. And I think one thing that really was a positive for Monreal today was that he was so less inclined to play it back to the keeper, whereas a lot of our other defenders were. He was trying to spread that play a little bit more, keep it going for us, and he was one of the players that showed a little bit more urgency, and he made a fantastic run in the second half of the game. At left back, Kieran Gibbs, I'm going to give him a 5 out of 10. I certainly don't think his performance today emulated the ones that we've been seeing of him recently. You could also argue that he was at fault for the goal, considering he had the misunderstanding with Wojciech Szczesny. Looking further on the pitch, Mikel Arteta, going to give him a 4 out of 10. He was slowing the game down at every single opportunity. His passing was incredibly off point. I would have maybe expected a little bit more leadership from him as well, so for that reason, a 4 out of 10. Alongside him, Ramsey, I'm going to give a 5 out of 10 rating. I thought his decision making today was absolutely abysmal. He had a great opportunity to pass the ball to Kieran Gibbs, but he was a little bit selfish with it. At times, I feel that he's being a little bit naive, and he didn't really make himself known on the pitch in that second half. On the right flank, Alexis Chamberlain, going to give him a 7 out of 10 rating. One of the very few players today who actually looked interested in this game and was trying extremely hard to get things moving for us. Made some excellent runs down the right hand side, was constantly moving back into our own half, collecting the ball off the likes of Per Mertesacker, making individual runs, and it was certainly a standout performance from Chamberlain. Jack Wilshere seemed to occupy the number 10 role for us today, and I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10 rating. He was involved in a lot of our build-up play, and I certainly think we missed him when he left the field of play. However, similarly to Ramsey, his decision-making was very, very poor. He had an excellent opportunity to make the opening goal. However, he didn't take his chance, and for that reason, I can only give him a 6 out of 10. On the left-hand side of the pitch, Alexis Sanchez, going to give him a 6 out of 10 rating. His work rate, yet again, was unquestionable. I felt maybe his passing could have been a little bit more improved at times. I certainly don't think this was one of his more flattering performances, but then again, I just can't fault his work ethic. Up top, Danny Welbeck, he is an incredibly hard worker for the team. I can't stress that enough, but he's not clinical. I actually thought he was very tame today. I'm only going to give him a 5 out of 10 rating. Looking at some of the substitutions who came onto the field of play, first of all, Emiliano Martinez replacing the injured Wojciech Szczesny. I'm going to give him a 4 out of 10 rating. He looked very nervous when he came off the bench, as well as that his distribution was very poor at times. On numerous occasions, he played the ball to our players who were marked by United men. Santi Cazorla coming off the bench certainly didn't emulate the kind of player that he was replacing in Jack Wilshere. I'm going to give him a 4 out of 10 rating also. Had a couple of good chances to score. Again, he looks like a player that's starting to slow down our game. I think age does come into it at a point with this player. Finally, Olivier Giroud, I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10 rating. Certainly made an impact when he came off the bench, battled really hard and was rewarded with an absolute peach of a goal. It's great to have this guy in and around the team, and hopefully he could be a huge benefactor for us. It's just a shame that he couldn't have scored that goal in a game where it actually mattered. So guys, those have been my player ratings for Arsenal's 2-1 defeat at home to Manchester United. If you've enjoyed the video, give it a like rating. Be sure to leave your own player ratings in the comments box below. Subscribe to Arsenal Fan TV. And as always, thank you for watching.